I'm Alex and I eat too much. I love pizza and I went to the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, my first ever restaurant trade show. For years, I've been watching the Pittsburgh pizza community attend this multi-day event that gathers pizza makers and vendors celebrating all things pizza. In talking to many of the Pittsburgh pizza community, they finally convinced me it was time to attend the Pizza Expo. The expo has competitions, demos, seminars, networking opportunities, and exhibitors selling products. Many in the Pittsburgh pizza world attend the event to compete, lead demos and workshops, and exhibit for vendors. It was a great experience, especially as someone who is an outsider looking in on the industry to see everything.
All right, here I am at the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas. Very, very excited to be here. Take a look at everything around me. So I'm on the Expo floor now. I just finished up a beginner's pizza class that was actually really cool, learning how to make some dough. Now I'm going to walk around and check out some food.
I wanted to attend the International Pizza Expo for a few reasons. First, I love pizza. I order pizza several times a month. I grew up in a family where Friday night was pizza night. Second, Pittsburgh has an unbelievable pizza scene and many of them attend to compete and work with the vendors. Third, I wanted to support all these great Pittsburgh pizza makers. Fourth, I wanted to learn about another part of the industry that most content creators and influencers do not get to see. And fifth, I wanted to eat lots of pizza. I tried so many pizzas on the expo floor, but that's just a small part of the food to try. I sampled so many chicken wings and sauces. There were smaller vendors like Wingredient with their wing seasoning mixes, and I was a big fan of their Chipotle mesquite. Then there were larger vendors like Sweet Baby Ray's and Ken's Dressing sampling so many different flavors. I had to stop to try a few.
All right, I'm gonna try some wings.
That's the sticky spices, right? That's the razors. That's the cozy.
Really good.
The expo floor is a little overwhelming. So many brands feature their ingredients, pre-made and frozen foods, equipment, and packaging and advertising. There were about 25 aisles of vendors. Some had elaborate displays and others just had a table and product.
Okay, I have no clue. I think I've maybe hit a halfway point in the expo. I'm pretty sure I've had more chicken wings than pizza at this point. That probably should change.
I finally had more pizza, including some featuring grande cheese, who I've taken a fresh mozzarella class with previously. You can see I enjoyed this slice a lot. Then I tried pizzas that were made using Nummo dairy-free mozzarella. I was quite impressed for dairy-free. Much of what is to be sampled are other foods and ingredients to be sold alongside pizza. There were so many pasta vendors to try. I had to stop walking so many times so I could finish a plate of pasta. The types of pasta to try were plentiful, from noodles to ravioli featuring different fillings to breaded and fried raviolis. I kept going through the aisles finding more things to try that could be sold at a restaurant. I tasted multiple types of drinks, from smaller craft beverages like Spritzer craft soda to regional teas like Tractor to large national brands. No meal is complete without dessert, and I made sure to try a whole bunch of pre-made desserts that can be easily reheated for sale. I also saw a lot of equipment, packaging, and advertising companies. One of the best was Pizza Bib, which makes all the boxes for Pittsburgh's Caliente pizza with the bib cutouts on the lid. The expo floor was quite an experience. I'm pretty sure I saw and tasted a little bit of everything you could think of in the pizza industry and then some. This would make the Pizza Expo experience worth it alone, but there was so much more still happening to see. A big part of Pizza Expo is the competition. Pizza makers will compete at different events to be the best in their trade. Pittsburgh sends many representatives to compete in events like Best Cheese Slice, Non-Traditional, Box Folding, and Dough Tossing. Each person has their own goal of what they want to achieve in the competition. There is definitely a desire to win, but also just a hope to place high in the rankings or be voted best in the region. Talking with some of the competitors, the preparation for their events is detailed and precise. I learned how some of the pizza makers ship their dough to Las Vegas and ice to slow the rising. Some were making their dough and sauce in Las Vegas using their specific ingredients shipped in. Pittsburgh had a lot of competitors. Unfortunately, I missed many of them competing due to scheduling conflicts or changes in the times or order. That said, Pittsburgh did very well in the competitions. Top honors in Best Cheese Slice by Chris Ospin-Panko of Slice on Broadway. First place in Pizza Acrobatics by Matt Hickey and Pizza Triathlon by Perry Bogatz of Caliente Pizza. There were also honors for Best Traditional Pizza in the Northeast by Gus Franco's Pizza and a top 5 finish by Sarah Boyer of Ironborn for non-traditional pizza. The Pittsburgh influence at the International Pizza Expo is present throughout the show. Many Pittsburghers can be seen at the booths demoing equipment by making pizzas and pasta across the Pizza Expo. I found Rico Lenardi of Slice on Broadway doing a pizza demo at the Galbani cheese booth. He was recently named an ambassador for Galbani, and I was able to get a sample after he was done with the demo. Anthony Bedamo of Bedamo's Pizza was making pizzas at the Poland Ovens booth. It was awesome to see one of the pizza oven companies have a great Pittsburgh pizza maker slinging pies for Pizza Expo attendees all week. On the last day of the Pizza Expo, Sean Javergian of A Slice of New York was over there too, making pizzas to use up some of the dough and ingredients he'd shipped to Las Vegas for the competition. I learned on the last day a lot of vendors and people are just trying to use up ingredients and have fun making pizzas with others. We had a great time, and some would find it hard to believe he's not always as brash as he is in his videos. Just hanging out and watching pizzas get made and then eating them was probably one of my favorite parts of the Pizza Expo. Pittsburghers weren't just making pizza at Pizza Expo. Ryan Peters, also known as Peters Pasta on social media, was making pasta over at the Arcobolano Pasta Machines booth. He uses these pasta machines from this Lancaster, Pennsylvania company to extrude pasta shapes and roll out sheets of dough in many of his videos. This was extra special because not only did he make the pasta, but I got to eat the pasta too, which if you've seen his videos doesn't always end in eating. However, it was certainly fun to see him again making pasta in person. Pittsburgh is also the home of 4 members of the World Pizza Champions team. Nick Bogatz and Eric Von Hansen of Caliente Pizza are on the team and lead many workshops at the Pizza Expo. Michael Mercurio from Mercurios and Pete Tolman of Ironborn are also on the World Pizza Champions team. Education about the pizza industry is another big part of the Pizza Expo experience. The schedule has lots of workshops, seminars, and product demos. I took a workshop led by Will Grant, also known as Sourdough Willie, on how to make different dough for your pizza shop. I don't have a pizza shop, but I wanted to experience one of the educational sessions to further seeing the Pizza Expo from the industry point of view. I've taken dough classes before, so much of this class was a refresher, but I did learn a couple of new tips. I was glad I took a workshop so I could experience it. The seminars and demos at Pizza Expo include topics like specific cooking techniques, how to prepare for competing, and opening a restaurant. Vendors also demonstrate how to use their specific products, which I saw often walking around the expo floor. The International Pizza Expo was an amazing few days. I appreciated getting to see part of the restaurant industry from a different perspective. I loved hanging out with so much of the Pittsburgh pizza community and seeing them participating on the World Pizza stage.